Many times you will see this error. I will just remove that my previous formattings for you so that you will be better knowing this. This error will come many a times when you are working with any lookup values, and that's why I introduced you first with the match function. And this function is simply saying that rows, that function is not able to search in this given range, and that's why it is returning the, okay. So this error you might look up at many a time, and we will see that how to handle such error. But handling, I want to give you another one very prominent example, and that is our calculator error. Here I hope that you all are able to see my screen, and here I have made one small calculator using the Excel. So here my function is like that. I have added number A and number B, and I have added the operations. If I want to do the addition, I can enter here number 2A, that is my 2, number B, that is 3, and now you see that answer I am getting, that it is 5. But now the similar kind I want to do, because I have already added the functions like a4 plus c4, and here I have added a5 minus c5, here I have added a6 into c6. Now I want to do division part, and here I have added 1 divided by 0, and we all know that 1 divided by 0 is not defined in the mathematical terms. So you will get that divide by 0 error here. And what to do? If I want to do the calculator, I cannot use another function than this. This is what my only correct function. But this is the error which I am going to get for sure. And how to handle this error? Because I know that this function is going to give me the error. And actually error is not a big deal. Whenever you are working with Excel, I just please remember, not even in Excel, whenever you get error, please don't worry about it. You need to just have the debugging mindset, that what exactly is happening. Even if you hover over any error, it is already saying, will give you what is the reason of that error. So here the reason is the function divide parameter 2 cannot be the 0. So divide, so internally this dividing part is calling function called divide, and the second parameter of the divide cannot be the 0, so we cannot divide it by 0. In that case, how we can handle this known error? So he get the error in certain condition, how to handle that? So that comes with our function called if error. Somewhat non-intuitive, that what are the parameters. So if error takes two arguments, the first one is the value. So here you can simply type your formula which you want to get, or you can simply type the value. If static value, I can type static value called 3 or 4 or 5, and that will also work. In just a minute, I think someone is trying to get in. So now here I can simply put a static value 3, and that will now never give me the error. So that's why I want to put my function or formula, that is a7 divided by c7, and I want to tell the Excel that if this goes wrong, if any error comes in this parameter, and the only situation, only one situation where error will come, this I already know, and that situation is whenever the c7 is going to be 0. So that time I can call, I can give the any defined output. I can say that number B must not 0. Okay, this is I'm giving in string. So whenever you remember, whenever you want to give any parameter in formula, you give it double quoted string. So now I'm saying that here you see if error, so that means divide A7 by C7, and in this operation if any error comes, you won't give this error show me error, but instead of show me this text, and the text is saying that number b must not be 0, and if I place enter here, now you see my answer is coming that number b must not be 0, and if I change this with again 1, so now it is giving me correct answer. So now it is dividing me until and unless, see I divide 15 by 3, and now it is giving me correctly 5. If I do this with 5, it is giving correct 3, but whenever I will do the 5 to the 0, it is going to show me that number b must not 0. So you are anticipating that this error will come, and to handle that error you are going to use the formula if error is generated, might say that there are multiple possibilities to arise the error. In that case you can use that function. Same case here, you can use if error here also, but just for specific use of lookup function there is one separate formula called if na. So if na also works same like the formula, it is going to search, and if any error comes it is showing to that input. So now you can see that it is working same like if error, just it has been specifically made for the if uh, NA error. So for that error only it has been made. So now I hope that for everyone the screen is visible. Will you please give me the confirmation that screen is visible? Are you able to read? Can someone read this? What has been written? Anyone? Will you please assist me?
You are doing survey for 1200 families.
Yes.
Create a Excel file format to store the data of all family members.
Yes. So thank you, Akshay. Remaining part I will just facilitate. So you are going to do the survey, and this is a normal case. Even those who are TDS student might be doing in their study works. Many a times we do that. And for those who are development practitioner, any project start with baseline or any type of data collection, and this is very when you are working with society, you need to collect the data from family. And suppose I have given this situation to you, you are collecting this 1200 families data, and this data includes the family head name, monthly family income, religion, caste, and for every family member I want every family member's name, gender, date of birth, and the education. So now my question to all of you that how we can design the Excel sheet for this kind of data collection. Am I clear to all of you? Or wait, I will ask very simple question. Can we do it in one single sheet? I need not to create multiple. See, there is one Excel file. In that Excel file, there are a number of sheets. I'm saying that I can collect this whole data and store in my single sheet. So I need not to use here. If you see this main data, this is sheet. I need not create like this multiple sheets. I can store this data in one single sheet. Uh, those who are agree with me that yes, I can store the data in one single sheet, please reply me. Please be brief. And
Yes, we can do it in one sheet.
Yes, so Akshay is absolutely right that we can do this in one single sheet. We need not to create multiple sheets. Now I am having some sub questions to all of you, those who are thinking in mind. So I have just hidden them. I have just unhide them. So sub question is that uh, saving data in only one sheet will be efficient or not? And if you are saying that efficient, then you say why. Or if you are saying that not efficient, then you please say that why. And I'm again having the second sub question that what are the possible problems in data entry? What might problems come in data entry? And possible problems in data updation, like I want to edit one family's data, I want to delete one family's data, or I want to insert another family's data. What are the problems? So these are the sub questions, and I want all of you to please just think about it. Those who have did some FWS1, FWS2 might have uh, gone through it process, those who are working professionals, or you can just simply imagine that if you are going to do this in your Excel, what might be the problems. Anyone? Okay. uh, just before, because we don't have much time, and
Yeah, it's efficient in saving all data in one sheet itself because it's easy to analyze data based on different criterias.
correct. Yes. And any possible problem in data entry, you might think there is problem in data entry.
Yeah, because of it's large data, it will contain several columns, so it might have we can do any wrong entry as well while
Yes.
doing data entry. It's possibility if we will possible if we follow any right attention, then it will be not there in that case. But we are human beings, so some errors will be there while doing data entry.
Yes. Okay. So thank you, Akshay. And this is what we are doing. But what is my experience? I will just share with you that there is first question when you start, even before starting the data entry, before designing even the your questionnaire, that how many family members will be there in the family. You need to create one Excel sheet. In the one sheet, in that one sheet, if you are assigning one row for one family, because that will be your one respondent, in that case, in one row, if you want to fit this whole data, you need to create some family member one name, family one gender, family member one DOB, family member one education. Then you have to repeat these four columns again. Family number two name, family member two gender. We don't know what is the family size before going into the field. If you collect the whole data and then you start data entry, then you might know that the maximum number of people in the first family is around 12 people are there. In that case, you can store. Another approach is there. Many times our students are also using that. They will use the first row for the entry of the family, and subsequently there will be only four columns for name, gender, DOB, and education. And for that they will add whatever number of people are coming. So there are four people. First row will be family name, then and the same first row there will be family member. This might be a little bit confusing for visualization, but they will have the only four columns there. And what is the possible problem over there is, while you are going to analyze that data will not be able to give the correct answer, because for your family members count will be different of the rows, and your family details, which are the common for all family members, such as religion and caste, will be common for all. That will take more space, and then you need to do that you will drag down that all data below. So I will I have one data here. I will just show you the practical data set that what is going to happen here. Sorry, I'm not able to now see the chat box. This, I hope that my Excel sheet is now visible to you. Please confirm. Is Excel sheet is visible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yes, okay, thank you. So now this is the data which we have collected in our organization called Janwani. Recently we had, and I think the Sakshi is in call. She only had entered this data, so she might relate this very correctly. This here we are having very this large number of columns. There are 33 columns are there, and this is the second approach which I have told you, that if you come here up to here, this first 28 columns are about common for family. So there will be only one entry for the family. But what is the problem? Problem starting from here. So last some 5 columns are going to be repeated for the member, and here I want to add entry for this member. So if I cannot increase the number of cells here, because I have given the second approach, you can do that here also. You can add 4 4 4, but that will be confusing because that will be full name 1, full name 2, full name 3, gender 1, DOB 2, and that sometimes becomes. So we designed in this way that it will be in the same way, and you will have some same entry. Now here survey ID, if you are able to see, just zoom it little bit. Okay, so now the survey ID will be same. So for one same date we have did some first 2 columns I have did now for purpose of this session. So now you can see that it is taking the me 2 rows for 2 members, because there I assume that there are 2 members in this family. Complex data involves other families. Now if you see this really first uh, entry starts with second number, and here in this family there are almost 6 members, and therefore it is taking me the 6 rows, and I need to like this. If you see, these are the 6 members here, and I need to store this data this way. Okay, we are able to do all of this, and what we are going to thinking about that, how we can somewhat, is there is any better way. But this is what 2 ways I showed you. This is what we are doing all along the way. So is there is any better way to do all of this? And I will just show you now one another sheet. Now able to see the another sheet color. If you able to see this yellow color, that means you are seeing the changed sheet.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So now this is the another approach. Here what we have did is we have just separated the values of first 28 columns. Uh, those who are column, those which are very common for the whole family, and we have given it as an ID number. So for survey ID 1, there is no another entry. Survey ID is 1 for that household. And server number 2, same, it will be unique. So here I can correctly see how many family members are there, how many families I have surveyed. And if you see all along 751 families, and I can see that one row for one object. This is what the rule we saw in first our session, that when we are modeling this data, the one row should be for one object, and one column should represent the only one attribute of this object. So here object is the family, and we are entering the entry date, NGOID, surveyor name, house code. So these are of this object, who when that family has been surveyed, what is the NGO number, what is, and then we have created another separate sheet. Here there is another ID. I hope that you are able to see this, and this is survey ID number. So for first family, I know that now this belongs to the family number 2. So here I need not to do worry about number of columns, because I have already fixed only 4 columns, and I can enter as many as members I want in the same row, same sheet, how many of number, and you can see that there are variable numbers from. Now here you can see that there are total 2,857 people are there in this data, and I have surveyed. It is very clear that now if I want to do the any data analysis such as how many family members are there, audio here, I can do it separately. And also have created very small table. If you see here, NGO ID, NGO name, and uh, this very small column, and also they're given the ID number, which if you come to the first survey, there I have not written the name, just only given the survey ID number. Okay, is that clear? We will just discuss it in detail. Before that, this everyone is clear how we have uh, segregated these two things. Just give me one thumb.
I don't understand the purpose why we did it.
Yes, yes. Now that we will discuss, but just you
Okay.
understood that this is what we have did. So now I will show
Yeah.
you that what are the advantages of doing this, and the first very important advantage, which we may not look into the our daily problems. Just I will show you that. I hope now my screen is visible. This is my files data. Don't know how. Is all files are visible?
Yes, yes. Lakshmi Nagar data. Yeah.
Okay, now I think it is very clearly visible. I'll just zoom in. So there you can see which we have saw the joint data all together. It is now it's coming 563 KB. Okay, you are getting my point. And now again we saw the structured data where we have separated the sheets from each other, and it is taking only 253 KB. So almost if you take 50% of data storage has been saved. Are you are you clear about it? Are you able to see this
Yes.
number? Yes, I have
Yes.
just opened these two cells here. I just opened these two cells in Excel. Just I have showed here. Just give me a minute. Now we will see what are the advantage and why we need to do this kind of work, extra work, and how we can store. See, if you do this segregation, it is very easy to modularize data, your data. Now I'm talking about only family member, and it is very less number of entities. So there is one family member, and there is one family, and it's that's all. So this is very easy for us. So we might take very easily that we can do this in one sheet and not much. Also we have very less data. Now you can take the example of the census of India. It contains several hundred of columns. So there is almost 200 columns which takes your data, and I need to do this for 100 crores of people. And if you take that, how I'm going to store that data and organize that data, this part of separating this from one another will be very helpful. The second part, which I already told you, that we don't know that how many family members are going to be in one family. There might be 25, there might be only one. In that case, how many rows are you going to do that? So there will be data duplicacy in that case. So in some case you need to keep your columns empty. If I do in that fashion, I need to count how many family members are there. If you do, you can try it on your own system. You try that family member one, family member two, family member three in same four columns. In that case, you will not be even count how many family members are there within one single shot. You need to calculate for each sheet that how many members, then you need to count function, or you need to simply just select and use excel to count that numbers. And then it becomes very difficult. If I want to change one person, I need to search horizontally, I need to search vertically on the both sides. So that becomes very difficult for me to do this very insertion delete update. This is what I was saying, it's called as CRUD methods: create, update, read and delete. So here we are just selecting that update and delete. If I delete only one member, I want to delete only one member, I need to delete, find out the row. I need to find out in horizontally where that member is. Here in that case, I can just simply come to the second sheet and delete the whole row where is my member is situated. So that becomes very easy for me to do. Even I want to change the family head name. Here in my model, I need to do that 6 times because there are 6 members. Here just only once I change the family head name, that will be automatically going to change my data for another 6 members. And another one rule I will just share with you, and that is that one column should contain only one value. And many a times we say that okay, mobile number. Many a times what happens, per now person are having two mobile numbers. So in that time, you need to do your data modeling in such a way that you need to have mobile number one and mobile number two are two separate columns. Then only that particularly we can take up that data. Now going further, we will do just some, what is the importance of data modeling? We will do some maths over here. Just this is the problem for all another. Now we have seen one problem, family and family member. This is called as one-to-many relationship. What is one-to-many relationship? Family, if there is one family, there can be multiple family members. So one family, multiple family members connected to one person. That is one-to-many. There can be at most only one family, and there can be at most any at least one or even zero also, but one family and more family members. That's why it's called as one to many relationship. Now you take another example. I want to store the students data, students and courses. This will not be one to many internship because one student might have multiple courses. Okay, that's fine. But for one course, again I might have multiple students. So here multiple subjects, here multiple students. So this is going to be many to many relationship. Okay, so we will take here another one example, a very simple example, that having the data of 60 persons. I want to store the data of 60 people and with their relationship of friendship. So I can be the friend of Akshay, Akshay can be friend of mine, and then I can have another more friends and Akshay can have another friends. I want to store this data for whole 60 members. So this is very closed group. So these 60 people will have friendship within them. You take example of Facebook. So there are 60 members in your Facebook, whole Facebook company itself having 60 members, and you want to store the data that how they connect with each other and how you are going to model this data. I want to store their name, mobile and address. How you are going to solve this problem? That is the case where we are looking into the many to many uh, solution. Now I will just unhide the, because I will not, because we are having very less time, we will not discuss, but you can discuss it many other people. And this is what my approach is, that the first is that in first sheet I will save only the person details. Okay, so name, mobile address I will share here, and I need to again give here one column extra, and that is person ID. Here I will say that PID. Okay, so that PID will uniquely identify me that what is the person who is there. And I am thinking of creating the another sheet called sheet 2, where I will store the person, suppose person 1, and having the friend of friends 2, friend number 3. So this is, I am giving the friend number, and I need to look that what is friend number 2 means. I need to come back to this sheet and I need to look what is the 2 member. Okay. If you do this by your name way, you just imagine, that's why I given this number. There are total 60 persons, you don't take into this consideration. There are, first person is having 10 friends, second person is having 20 friends, and the third person is having 30 friends. And how many maximum friends can be? There can be n minus 1. That means here n is 60 minus 1. So we can have maximum 59 friends, because there might be a person who has many friends. So if we take in our normal view, what we need to do? We need to do this first column. I might be something very complicated to all of you. Just don't worry much about it. Just you remember me. And I need to do this for 59 more times. Are you getting my point? Because I need to store the friend 1 name, mobile number, address, friend 2 mobile name, address, friend 3 mobile name and address. In this approach, we need to store almost 180 columns. How much? 180 columns. This much data I need to store. And what will be my row size? My row size will be, again it will be 60, because for all persons I need to store this data. So how many total cells in will be there? So I need to row multiplies by column. There are going to be 10,800 cells. I need to just store the data of 60 persons. I'm not talking you about the group of college. Even if you are only talking about the college, how many friends will be there? There will be thousands of the students, and they will be having thousands of the example of Facebook. There are around 4 billion people are using Facebook. If you take 4 billion, you can imagine that how large that data will be. And here it will not be having only 3 columns, but there can be multiple columns. What is the hobbies? What is my email address? What is my address? Multiple columns. And this becomes very, very complicated when you go to the large scale. But even on the small scale, this 60%, it is too much large. 10,800 cells. It is too much large data. And that's why I'm having another third approach, that I can store this one. This will be my 60 by 4. So this will be my 240 rows data. I will just write here 240. This is some maths I am doing calculation. Just don't worry about it. Just listen. If you don't understand fully, don't worry. I will just explain it later on. Now you just give the attention. And again I will make one more sheet, not like this. If I do by this approach, how many columns I might be needed? Again I need to do this friend 1, friend 2, friend 3, friend 4, friend 5. That is too much. So that will be same, again will be coming same. Just these 2 columns will be reduced. So here it will be like 60 into 60. So that will be 3600 cells again, isn't it? I hope you are getting that why it will be coming like that. Not getting, just Please wait if I'm boring you then also. So now here I can do this, that again I will do one sheet called friend sheet, and here I will have the friend ID. Again I will have person ID. So here I can just say that one is having friend called 4. Then I will again say one is having 4 2. One is having again friend of 3. And in this case the advantage there is I need not store empty cells. Here if one person is having 59 friends, I need to create 59 columns. And if person is having only one friend, this 58 cells are going to be empty, that I need to save it. I know I don't have any option. But here in this case, if person to one I have only 3 friends, I can stop here and I need not to add any extra rows. That is the advantage. And if you check even for this column, it will come only 2 into for each 60%. At most, this is what I am saying, that this is at most 7080 rows. And if I calculate this both plus this, it will around come me 7300. And that is I am saying at most. Again another advantage that I need not to repeat this data. Okay, so I hope that I have bored you, all of you, but this is what something important discussion for all of us, and to understand that why we need to decompose the data. And if you see that I've seen 2 times that video, then you might start looking that why we need to initially start thinking about how to model that data and how to go about it. So let's just stop here and just remember only one part of what I want to mention. One row should be one object. In one row I should have only one person, and not this like person 1, person 2, person 3. I should have only one person, and each column should have only one attribute. So in mobile number I should confirm that there is only one mobile number has been stored. And if I want to store another mobile number, I can make another column, or I can make like this id, give id to the person and mobile number, make a separate table. That is what is the basic for data modeling if you want to work better with that. And most of the databases follow this, is called as relational database management systems. Those follow these methods. And why I have explained you all a lot of this is that first, not only in Excel, but you need to be efficient in whole concept of data. We are going to use look at the statistic, we are going to look at the big data in further. So in that whole scenario, we need to be very clear about the data modeling. Now we will come to the another problem coming because of this part, and that we need to get solved. So we will start by that. Just check that how many minutes. Okay, so we are almost getting over our time, so I will try to cover it within 10 minutes. So this is what I have did now. So now I want to store the data of our TDS student. This is my batch names, and I was only want to store this master data. And TDA also wants to store their semester wise marks. So like this QTM better. And what we have did, we have given this unique number so that I need not to repeat every semester. What is this name? What is this updation mark? Next semester I can just enter the roll number and I can give the marks. Now the problem comes that how I will know that whose these marks are. So here we are having very generic problem. So that joining back that 2 tables, I have separated that 2 tables very easily, but how to join back that tables, and that's why actually the essence of lookup functions, especially this VLOOKUP and etc. have came in. So you need to understand the background of VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and other data that has been already come with this problem, because many a times people are taking data from SQL, and yeah, so the databases already they have very giant database. They are taking the data which they are interested in and doing analysis in Excel, because it is graphical user interface. You can see the data, interact with data easily with using your mouse. So now here we are having problem that what is the mobile number of BOD topper. So now basics of development, Janki Raman sir is teaching that subject, and he wants to give message to the topper, whoever comes the topper in BOD subject. And now these marks are very hypothetical, don't worry about it, I don't know the real marks, but just I have given some random marks. So in the BOD I want to find what is the mobile number of this topper student and how can I do that. So I will just tell you that here we can use the VLOOKUP function. This task can be done with using the all the formulas that we will learn later. We will just calculate who is having the maximum mark. So here 94 are the maximum mark, here 94, and that is PDM 1903 is having 94 marks. So I need to find out that PDM 193, I need to search this number in first sheet. So in this first sheet I need to search this number, that is 1903, and then I want to find the mobile number. But what we have did now, you see, check, this is what human will do. We'll search for top mark, that is 94 marks, PDM 91903. Then we will search, go in that table, search serially. This, oh, this is the number, and what is the mobile number of that student. So how to do this? Because now we can do, because there are very 15 students. What if the student college is having 1000 students or 2000 students? We cannot manually do that. So how to do with Excel? We can do use here VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP here, what we want to search for? We want to search for PDM 1903 because it is having higher marks. Where we want to search it? We want to search, come here, lookup function. We want to search in this table. Okay, we want to search in this table, somewhere around the tables are, and then I need to search. If I found it, which column you want? I will just info the function help menu. Here with search key is our number, where range is that, where you want to search it, and what is the index of column. I want this data, this data, this data, or that data. If I want the first name, I can type 2 because this is the first column. A, this is first column. B, this is second column. So I type 2, and if I close the bracket, you might see that Rani's name is correct. Is it correct? Yes, 1903 Rani. If I want her last name, I can just change 2 to 3. Okay, so Giri is coming because that is her last name. You can check here. His last name is Gari. But I want her mobile number. So I can change this 3 to 4. And now I will get her mobile number. Okay. Now there is only one point, is that be careful. The last parameter is that it's sorted. If your list is not sorted, now you come here in this case, this is not sorted because R is coming before M, the M is coming before S, then there is T is coming, but R is coming again, and there is this is not sorted. In that case, you need to give 0 or false as your fourth parameter. Okay, so you can give either 0 or false as a fourth parameter, so that it will give you correct exact. Otherwise I will just show you, this might give me the problem. So I hope that you are clear about how to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP, you can use the value which you want to search for. Suppose I want to search for this number. I want to know what is the name of 1911. I want to search again. I will show you what is the name of PDM 19 and having a serial number. I can use VLOOKUP. Which value I want to search? I want to search PDM 19. Where I want to search? So these are the questions. I want to search in this whole table. And I want to get its first name, so that is second column. And this is not sorted, so I will use 0. And I will get the Sura. Okay, that is my spelling mistake. That is Suraj. So that is Suraj. We are getting in. And I hope that VLOOKUP is clear. And I have given the notes for that, which you can do that. Now again I am having very similar problem, that I want to know that what is the rainfall, average rainfall in July month, and how to find out that. Now here you can see, to I cannot use VLOOKUP, because VLOOKUP is literally mean by vertical lookup. I cannot search vertically. If I search July, now I will show you that how VLOOKUP will not work. If I search July, or sorry, this July I want to search. Where I want to search? I want to search in this table. This table I want to search the July. And what I want this, yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th column, but I don't want, I want the the row second, then I give 0, and this will throw me the error. And why this is error is coming, we will go into that later. I want to just simply say that this will not work here, because now our data is arranged in horizontal fashion, where our Jan, Feb, March in one single column, if months are there and rainfall is in second column, in that case we can use the VLOOKUP, because vertically we can look in that column that where is July, and then we can get the rainfall. Here we need to use HLOOKUP. What is HLOOKUP? That is just horizontal lookup. So that horizontally I need to look in this whole range. So I can look for July. I will just minimize this, remove this. You can later on see that. And where I want to search, I want to search in this table. Then I want to search this July, so it will search July, 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 July. Now in this case, the VLOOKUP was giving us columns. Here it will give us a row. So this is July is the first row, so it will return us the second row with 0, because it is, I want exact match. Sorry. I did something wrong.
Third row, I think it will come on third row.
Huh?
Third row.
This is coming correct answer here. Okay. Actually, there is a problem with. I'll just reload this. Just bear with me. Sometimes because of internet connectivity also. Yes. So now it is correctly showing us, because this was not syncing. Google Sheet is many a times syncs in background. So now here I will just change to July again. I will change this to July. Here it is loading. Okay. So now it got correctly as a 300. Okay. July. So important feature here, the construction, you can see that H lookup. You can many a times you might give some extra spaces, that way you can use. It's very safe to use the trim function. Then you need to select the whole table and which row you want. Okay. So we will come to our last part of this session. Again, I am having only one problem here, that sorry, I want to search the mobile number of this mobile number. I have given this mobile number. This is my data, and I want to search that whose this mobile number is. Who's this mobile number, and how can I do it? Any suggestions? Those who are in the meet, Sakshi, Vijay, Tachayani, Akshay, just see at this data. I want to know whose this mobile number is. This is our last problem of this session. How to do that?
By using VLOOKUP.
Okay, now you tell me how can I use is equal to VLOOKUP. Typing, you just tell me what I need to look up. This one, correct?
That mobile number.
Yes, yes. What shall I do?
Then we have to select this whole that two columns, both columns,
Correct?
whole that, yeah.
Yes. And then what I need to do?
Uh, Column number one.
1. And for exact match, I will give you 0. Okay. Shall I close and enter?
Yeah,
Now you will get error. Okay. You are
yeah,
getting error. And why we are getting this error? Okay. So this is the problem with VLOOKUP. Okay. The VLOOKUP will only look the values in the first column. It will not look in second column. Whatever values are there here, are there, it will not worry. Type Virat here, it will show Virat here, because when I will take column number second, it will correctly show me the number of Virat, because this is correct. Because it is in first column, the VLOOKUP always searches whatever there in your first column. So you cannot search in second column with VLOOKUP. If you want to search, then what you need to do, you need to cut paste this whole data towards your right of your key. This is called as key. Then again I need to, just a minute, I will just forgot this. Okay, this is my mobile number. Again I need to cut this data and paste in this column. Excel sheet is okay. I'll just reload it. गया क्या? Okay, I missed this data. Okay, no worry. We will say that this is Virat and and M and K and Y and Z and A. Okay, and now I want to search this mobile number. Who is this mobile number? I can use the VLOOKUP and I can search for this value in this given table. I can get the second column because it is my name. And now here it is coming Y. It's correctly finding out your number. But what to do if I don't want to change this position? And many times that happens, that I don't want to change this position, and still I want to find out that whose this name is. In that case, we can use the function called xlookup. Okay, xlookup is a modern function. It is not available in your earlier older versions of excel like 2007 or 2010, I think so. It is not available. But if you are using some advanced like 2020 onwards or 2019 onwards, xlookup is available. First you check that xlookup is available or not. If it is not available, you need to do this. That's what I have showed you, that whatever key you want to search, that you need to take to the first, and then you need to rearrange your data. Then only you can use vlookup. Otherwise you can use xlookup if you have some advanced version like google sheet and microsoft online. It is 365 online version with limited capabilities provide this function. So xlookup does the same function, but what it will ask you the two different range of same size, and then it will search for you. So I will just for some demonstration I will show you what I need to search. I need to search this value. Where I want to search, I want to search in this column. Then what I want to get in return, so I want to get in return, you need to match. Suppose this is one number, two number, two number, match here and return me. And here also I can 0 as a exact match. And now you see it is correctly showing me the y because this number. So it is searching in this range, and no need that this range should be adjacent. You can have one extra column in between. Now you see still our formula is not giving error because it's just shifted this mobile numbers to C2 to C8. Whether this empty space doesn't matter, no need to have adjacent. You can have your name somewhere and mobile number somewhere, but you can search in this range. It will return some number. For the same number, matching value will be returned. So it is using two times match. Are you getting my point? How to do that we will see in next session. I hope that up to here everyone is clear, and I will just come to you. Stop my screen. Now will you please anyone tell me if you have any problem? We can take that problems now.
I want to ask one thing. For one of the problem that we look up